Every morning he sat in the same spot, a fixture on a sidewalk that never seemed to notice him. The world rushed by in a blur of cars and hurried footsteps, each person wrapped in their own concerns. He held a simple cardboard sign, its message a stark reflection of his reality. Please help. I have nothing. He watched the legs pass, the faces turned away, and a familiar question echoed in the quiet of his mind. Why is life so unfair? Why does no one see me? He felt invisible, a ghost haunting the edge of a bustling city, hoping for a coin, a smile, anything to prove he was still there. But most days, the world simply passed him by, leaving him colder than before. One afternoon, a pair of worn but clean shoes stopped in front of him. He looked up to see an old man, his eyes holding not pity but a deep, knowing understanding. The beggar held out his hand, reciting his usual plea. Sir, can you spare some change? The old man smiled gently. I could, he said, his voice calm and steady, but instead I'll give you something far more valuable. He knelt down, his gaze fixed on the beggar's sign. Change your words, he said, tapping the cardboard, and you will change your world. With that, he stood up and walked away, leaving the beggar alone with a profound and puzzling thought. Confusion warred with curiosity. What did the old man mean? He stared at his sign, the words, I have nothing, seeming to mock him. He had nothing to lose. He slowly flipped the sign over to its blank side. After a long moment of thought, a new idea sparked. He picked up his piece of charcoal and carefully wrote a different message, one that came from a place he hadn't visited in a long time. The new sign read, It's a beautiful day. But I can't see it. The next morning, something was different. A woman stopped, read the sign, and a look of genuine empathy crossed her face as she dropped a few coins into his cup. Then a man stopped, not just to give money, but to say, I hope things get better for you. Throughout the day, people didn't just walk by. They paused, they connected. They saw a person, not just a problem. The clinking of coins was now accompanied by kind words and warm smiles. The change was immediate and startling. For the first time in years, the beggar started to smile back. He began to greet people, his voice no longer just a plea for help, but a genuine acknowledgement of their presence. Instead of keeping his gaze fixed on the cracked pavement, he looked up. He saw the brilliant blue of the sky, the dance of leaves in the wind, the intricate patterns of the clouds. He felt the warmth of the sun on his skin and truly felt alive. It was a powerful, earth-shattering realization. It wasn't the world that had been so cruel and unseen. It was his own mindset that had been locked in a prison of despair. The world hadn't changed, but how he saw it had. This small shift created ripples that grew into waves. Inspired, he began to notice the colorful strings and beads discarded nearby. He started weaving them into simple bracelets. At first, he gave them away as thanks. Soon, people wanted to buy them. He poured his newfound energy into his craft. The coins he earned were no longer just for survival. They were seeds for a new life. He saved diligently, coin by coin, bracelet by bracelet. Months passed. The ragged clothes were replaced by clean, simple ones. The sidewalk was replaced by a small rented stall at a local market. His life was transforming before his very eyes. All because he stopped telling himself, I have nothing, and started believing, I can create something. One day, a familiar figure walked past his stall. It was the wise old man. He stopped, a broad smile spreading across his face as he saw the former beggar, now a craftsman, kindly helping a customer. I see you've changed your words, the old man said, his eyes twinkling. The man looked up, his own face beaming with gratitude and a deep earned happiness. Yes, he replied. And it changed my life. He had learned the most profound lesson. The story we tell ourselves is the foundation upon which we build our lives. When you change the story, you change everything. Thank you for watching. Remember that the most powerful tool you have is your mind. If this story resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more inspiration.